Hello everyone. How are we this evening? I would have the eel out here on display like I normally do for ingredient challenges, but we're going to keep that cold. Welcome in, Epic Wolfie. How you doing, Entropy? Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. I had a rather pleasant day. I've been feeling great all day. It's been a while since I felt good in a while. Boil. Now. Unfortunately, there isn't much cooking tonight. Because the only eel that I have available to me is unagi, which is Japanese freshwater, typically, eel, which is then cooked before it's sold. And so I have pre-cooked eel for tonight. Actually, I can get that out to show you. And is my local seafood market. If you notice, we got eel, we got soy sauce, mirin, salt, and sugar. Now, if you want to see the other side, definitely fish, but definitely sort of like a snake at the same time. And because I went there, I had to get myself some smoked salmon. Just every time I go in that place, it's just, yeah, I need that too. I've owned this kettle, I think, almost 2 years now. No, almost 3 years now. And it still smells like plastic half of the time when it fully heats up. And by the way, hello, little Waddles. I'm sorry I missed your message there. Glad to have you in the chat tonight. Epic Wolfie, I think an awesome combination for the next time you make coffee is brew the tea and then boil that and use the tea to make your coffee. I mean, double the caffeine. Good enough. Good enough. That works too. Went to the store. It's literally all I need. Couple drops. I gotta recharge the batteries in this thing. Coffee. Good stuff. All right. So, for starting dinner tonight, actually going to start with dessert. But we still need our fish. Gonna be done with this tonight. This going in the trash. I'm going to take the tail and use that for our dessert tonight. Focus on this. On this. There. So, debating whether I want to skin this. I sort of want to. It's been cooked, but I mean... I also don't know how we are with bones in this. I don't feel any. Anyways, for our dessert tonight... Oh, there's definitely bones in this. I'm going to use my dehydrator. I'm still going to heat this up, Epic Wolfie. If you look at the main dish, I'm basically eating this by itself. Hi! I'm debating if this is the best way to... Nah, I guess so. Too much junk back in this corner. Up close and personal now. The rest of this I'm going to actually heat back up using the grill, and we'll do that with sushi a bit later. Debating about doing a third dish here, because we're going to have a quick evening either way. Yeah, let's do a third dish. Bottle. Rolls have nothing to do with what I'm doing tonight, Epic Wolfie. Bottle. To battle. Easy win. Who gets the 200 gold? That's a big win. Entropy, congrats. Japanese milk buns would take me like 12 hours. I've always started those well ahead of stream when I did them. All right. It's all right, Epic Wolfly. I'm not going to take suggestions anyways. So actually, I think I'm going to start off with grilling a small piece of this, and we'll grill a larger piece later for with the sushi. So we'll put the grill on, turn the light on, turn the fan on. Pull the hair off the grill. Grill that as a whole piece. And I'm going to do Japanese. I don't have the proper tool to this, so I'm not going to try and do this. But the Japanese will use this and wrap it into one of their folded omelets. I don't have a proper square pan to help do the edges for that. They have a... it's not that expensive, but I just don't have it. And so I'm thinking I'm going to try and do a French-style omelet with a little bit of eel in it. See if I can't get one with lots of butter and get a nice... see how well I can do on the spot without practicing anytime recently to make a French omelet, which is not easiest task in the world. While we're waiting for that to warm up, why don't we do our new vote, or set up our new vote here. need more votes in this channel. So we got breadfruit versus chocolate potato chips. Doubt there's going to be a breadfruit. Nope. This is one that I don't know. I'm going to have to search for this one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this in time. If this wins. I'm also unsure where I'm going to buy chocolate-covered potato chips. I can't tell if that is potato chips that are crunched up or not. We'll live with it. We'll live with it. And if any of you would like to vote for either of these, you just go ahead and add your reaction to whichever you would like to win for next week's challenge. Oil. Even though that's covered in sauce. Save the oil. Clean the brush. Nice, Bun Buns. Welcome in. Yeah, so sort of a char-siai sushi or scattered sushi, which is not a individual piece sushi. It'll be a plate of rice with our sushi or barbecued eel over the top, which I'm about to give this another sear / warm up here. Smoked salmon. Hickory smoked salmon. Not a fan of skin on fish, regardless. Oh yeah, I love smoked salmon like that, but I think that's actually going to get saved for egg salad day that's coming up in a... it's actually not this Friday, but next Friday. Doesn't smell bad. I mean, it's fishy, but as far as fish goes, yes, it is. I turned the heat off on that, by the way, so it's just cooking with residual heat. Do that. Where did I put it? So there we have our 2 pieces of eel that have been warmed up on the grill, giving a little color. But yeah, it is somewhat snake-like, but really it's just a fish without fins from everything I've read this week. Okay. Got our eggs lightly beaten. Coffee break. Yeah, do I want to use the fork or spatula? Let's do a spatula. French omelet. French omelet. Ah, we are there. Let's check those sides. Push the sides in a bit here. Okay, we're there. Heat off. Hope we don't got too much color on the bottom already. More heat. Just in the wrong areas, apparently. Seems to be pretty good up here, not enough over here. not working out as intended. Additionally, I rolled this in the wrong direction. It has been way too long since I've done a French-style omelet. We're going to still try and turn this out, though. That's a rather abomination. I think that's sort of a fail for a French omelet on many fronts. Looking at this pan too. Egg. Best thing to do is cook the heck out of it. Now for our plate. We'll do a little cleanup on that. Put some chives on top of it. No one will notice. I don't think I need a photo of this, but I'm going to give this a... Let's take a photo anyways. I take photos of everything. Even if it's disgusting. But this way I'll have tried it early on in the evening, and everyone has seen me give eel a shot. This is basically just eel on its own. There's almost no egg here. Wow. I'll also let you all know if this has that whole Viagra effect that they tout eel as having in Japan. That's just buttery. Wow. Let's throw some more salt on that. But like, that whole thing is like butter. Let's see if we can't pull any flavors out with a bunch of extra salt. Before it falls apart. It just all sort of melts together. I mean, it's the egg is actually like overpowering that fish. It's so mild. And actually that little bit of salt there, about the only thing that pulled out was the sweetness in whatever sugar is in theirs. I should probably finish up this coffee before I move on to the next dish here. But that's yummy. I'm going to save that for... oops. Too bright. Can't even see it anyways. Gonna save this for with the rest of dinner. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this eel in a way that I think it's usable for these cookies. Let's take a look at how this is looking in the dehydrator. Although I'm not going to give you another close-up here. I'm going to give that another at least 15 minutes. Let's clean up my egg pan here. Half the time, that's the other beautiful thing about cast iron. Something stuck on it, just burn it off. Keep thinking that I have a towel over there for that. I probably do. Not even afraid of a little soap. Well, let's see what we got for my purchased puff pastry here. I bought some puff pastry for tonight rather than use the nice stuff that I made earlier this year. I have plans for that, I just haven't gotten to them yet. I keep forgetting to plan them when I'm planning things. It's really the thing that I gotta work on. I'm good at getting the schedule ahead of time, bad at getting the schedule of things that I actually really want to include. Bottle. Robes with haste are a little ridiculous. Victory. Little Waddle's getting those kills. No assists. Little Waddle's an entropy with the scrolls. Congrats. Not sure what attacks these things. What are these things? Corporal cart. Support. Okay. Well, you might put one over here to... The quicker we can get these all out at once, the better, because they spawn other mobs that we have to kill. But I think we've got it with the number of people joining in right now. And so, what I'm doing here tonight as far as dessert is I'm going to try and recreate unagi pie, which is actually more of like a rolled puff pastry cookie. We're going to take those dried eel, I'm going to blitz them up with a little bit of flour and butter. It's almost like blitzing them up with a bit of puff pastry, and then layer that in between these and roll this up and turn it into cookies. Oh! Hey Red Nut, how you doing tonight? Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome in, everyone. How we doing today? We're doing eel as an ingredient tonight. More seafood. Why do you... Metro, you don't like seafood. Why are you rating me when I do seafood? But we've got some eel, or Japanese style eel, which has been pre-cooked with, along with some soy sauce, some, what all do we have in that again? We've got mirin and soy sauce, salt and sugar when it was cooked. Eel needs to be cooked in order to be, well, at least freshwater eel needs to be cooked to be sold in Japan. Welcome, man. Oh, I was just supposed to be warming that up, not creating a smoke storm. Well, I've got some of our eel already. Welcome in, everyone. I don't know. I assume everyone with Metro knows me. He's been so great to raid me. But if you don't, I'm Jason. I stream here normally 3 nights a week, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I'm doing 5 days a week here in April for Food and Drink Week, or Food and Drink Month on Twitch. And so I'm streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tonight's Wednesday, so we're doing an ingredient challenge. I hold a weekly vote in the Discord, and we have a new one up already. We've got chocolate covered potato chips versus breadfruit, sort of a cousin to jackfruit. Don't know if everyone's familiar with those. Why aren't you showing up on stream? I thought this was showing up. I've showed Discord a couple times now, and I didn't actually show Discord, I don't think. Anyways, here's Discord. We have, for the vote for dinner on the 14th, we have breadfruit versus chocolate-covered potato chips. And I'm guessing those are potato chips, so they're crunched up. It's the best I could do for a quick photo. Nice, Nith. Yeah, I have a habit of doing that, actually. Of not completely forgetting them, but letting my pans get a little too smoky when I'm drying them out. I've already created a very poor example of a French omelet with some of the eel in there, and I've saved the last half of that for dinner. We're working on making unagi pie cookies out of eel, which is apparently a famous Japanese cookie. No, it's still in the fridge, X-Spy. So we got a sheet, or a mini sheet of purchased puff pastry here. I was just saying that I still have my puff pastry from earlier in the year. We're saving that for other projects. Let's see what we got here for... Oops. Let's see what we got here for dried unagi. I've had it in my dehydrator over here. I don't know how much that comes up on mic. I'm sure you can hear it. Hi there. Dried. Well, somewhat dried. I started at the beginning of the stream. Hey, Rhinoline. Welcome in. So we got our, it's at least on the outside, dried eel. I'm going to pulse this in a blender with some butter and flour. Sort of like making biscuits with it almost. I say shorta shars. I can't even probably pronounce it right, but the sort of scattered sushi. Although it's sort of a switch between the two, because eel in Japanese culture is typically served with long grain rice. One of the few things that I think they actually use long grain rice for. And so I'm going to be taking long grain rice and sort of treating it like sushi rice. I'm going to add the vinegar and mirin. Welcome back, Tahiti Lady. How you doing this evening? Nice. Welcome back, Alistair. So we got our mixture of eel, flour, and butter. I'm going to mute while I blend this up. So there, I think we have a dough made up. I'm going to pull this out of the blender top here, or rather, try my best to drop it out. Should set my oven here up. Start warming that up to 375, 400. I think I'm going to go 400 with it. So that's warming up. So we got this loveliness here. I'm going to put this in a bowl real quick for a quick moment. I'm additionally going to add a couple more ingredients to this. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder. Garlic and dessert. Real light there. Salt and MSG. Because we want to be able to taste our filling, don't we? And I'm going to spread this all over a section of this. Like I'm going to do like and this is a processed cookie, so they probably use simple syrup, or they probably use corn syrup, but I'm going to use sugar. And I'm just going to coat the whole one side here. Now we roll it up like it's a cinnamon roll. Too much flour on that side. It's not sticking. Oh well, doesn't matter. So there we got that. Nice. It is pricey, I'll let you know, especially this style of eel is up there. This is like tuna type prices. It's not cheap. I mean, It's Japanese seafood. And I actually think I'm going to go for... Oh, I can't do string for this, really. I almost want to refreeze this, but I don't really got time to. Because I want to create... And it's still not tight enough. Yeah, I'm going to throw this in the freezer for a minute. Because I need it to solidify up a little bit with that butter. Oh, hey, perfect size. But you'll get the general gist of what I'm doing here. We got spiral cookies that I'm hoping to keep a little bit tighter wound than that. And when we bake them, they'll puff and they'll curl. The ones that they sell in Japan are much larger, they're longer, and probably a heck of a lot thinner, and they're flat. The ones that I'm doing here are going to puff pastry expands. And so if it's in a circle like this, the only way it has to expand is out. And so these are going to become sort of cup-like, or they're going to puff up a little bit in the center. So different shape, same basic thing. We're going to toss these though, because we're going to have plenty of cookies. Making a mess over here. To go with my mess over here. See if I can't finish my coffee off here. Started my streams off now with making coffee. Because you can't break into the mirror or into the sake until we finish the coffee. Let's clean up our sugar mess here too. Get the flour off the table, clean off the fish off the knife. This is an interesting idea. Yes, I'm talking to myself while I'm streaming. Coming up with ideas for the stream while streaming. What did you think? Who'd have thunk? I think all I said was that's an interesting idea. Responding to myself that my own ideas are interesting. You know, go me. What else do we need for our... Let's start in our rice. And again, I don't know how recently I said this, but typically sushi rice is not long grain. But eel is typically served with long grain rice. Rinse the rice real good here. Cold water. Oh hey, our oven's ready. Still not running clear. There's still tons of starch in that rice. What drop? Still not quite clear, but I'm going to stay with that. One and a half. Yeah. Why do they gotta make it so hard to read that? Who in their right mind is going to be measuring servings as 3/4 of a cup? About 3/4 of a cup cooks rice. So, cup and a half is the first row. It is. So, a cup and a half of water. Still not clear, as you can see there. But I poured like 3 gallons of water over that rice. Bring that up to a boil. Did I polish the rice? No, I didn't polish the rice. Then again, this is also basmati and not sushi rice. I actually have sushi rice. I bought sushi rice expecting to be making sushi today. But then I did reading and found out that it's all done in long grain. When it comes to eel. I swear on occasion, Muffin Maniac, but the main reason that we have a age restriction is because I'd like to drink on stream. But speaking of drinking, let's drink a little Mirin. Or, why do I keep switching names here? Thank you for that follow, Muffin. Let's bring out a little sake. Even though sake is typically drinking in much smaller glasses. Typically have someone else pour it for you. We're gonna break some rules tonight. You normally drink it in... Yeah, Muffin, I'm not. There's usually purpose behind it, or reason behind it. Let's see what this is like. I picked this up just because it looked interesting. It matched the rest of tonight's dinner. Mellow and smooth with apple, melon, and tropical fruits accented by subtle spicy earth and mineral notes. Medium-bodied sake with diverse foods such as Italian steamed clams, pork, or aged goat cheese. So it's expecting something to bite through it, I think. I'm expecting this to be dry, but maybe even almost on the butterier side. Very pale, peachy color to it. Maybe slightly golden. Definitely get stainless and minerality off of the nose on it. And if you're not familiar, sake is not grapes. This is rice.
Really?
This is a Oregon wine. Interesting. Pure sake, made with each rice grain polished to at least 60%. And it is refrigerated right now, which is why the glass is foggy. Really like the nose on this. It's really nice and sweet and minerally. Yeah, well, technically yeast is mold. So you could say that all your alcohol is made with mold. It's yeast really is sort of different than mold, but it's still in the mold family. It's all a little muddy around that area of the tree of life. That's nice. That's got an almost like melony sweetness to it. And that would do great with grilled foods. That'd be great outside with some grilled foods. We're probably up to a boil here almost. Yeah, what do you know? That is true. Yeah, people don't realize how much, I mean, look at everything in dairy. Everything in dairy is aged somehow. Oops. Oh well. Deal with that later. Okay, we're definitely to a boil now. So I'm going to shut that off. Set ourselves a 10-minute timer. And actually, let's go back to... Let's see how firmed up our cookies are now. See if I can slice them now. Yeah, I can slice that. That's more what we want. What kind of oven do I have? I don't know what kind of oven does my landlord own. A Manna. It's the POS model that only goes up to 525 degrees. Come on, separate. I hope I like these. I have a feeling they're going to be a little bit stronger in the eel and garlic flavor than theirs. From what I understand, the Japanese ones end up sort of tasting just like a buttery cookie, which we could end up with here too. So that would be cool. Yeah, to battle. I'm going to finish layering these and then we'll do battle. Thank you, XPie. I'm gonna get these all in the pan and set up before, because they're warming up as I work. There we go. Okay, to battle. Ramen and a hot dog, healthiest meal ever. That sounds like a salty dinner. Salty. Victory. Easy win. Easy win. Entropy with the kills. Quiet J with the assists. Nith with the 10 gold. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Ooh, I have upgrades. 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 Ooh, all sorts of quests here available. I get stuff from. This is Stream Raiders, which there will be a link here shortly when I start the next round in chat if you want to join in. You can create your own army and fight with multiple streamers at the same time. There's streamers all over Twitch that play it. And let's see what else we got here in the store. Check out our scrolls. Alright. Back to the battle. Chess battle. Time for all those rogues. And there you go. There's the link in chat if you would like to join in. And put my tank up here in the top. Rogues can probably go down here in the bottom. They'll at least get these 3 chests nice and easy. And we'll go from there. See this in 30 minutes. So I'm add a touch more sugar over the top of these. Oops. Little sugary ASMR there. Oh, there's nothing. It just runs through a web page. But I understand. I actually use it more for getting the occasional person to join into the stream rather than... I do get a couple of people popping in from that. Welcome in, Pancracio. Glad to have you. Let's wait our minute and a half here until our rice is done steaming. Mostly because I just want the timer. Actually, we'll kill the timer. Our rice is done. It's got a minute left, but it's done. So, cookies going in the oven. I'm going to check those in 15 minutes. See how they look. Going to heat our grill back up here, so we can use the other half of this eel, or warm up the other half of this eel. Thank you, Pancracio. Well, tonight's dinner is using eel as a challenge ingredient. And so those were eel and garlic cookies made with puff pastry. So there's going to be a lot of butter and dough going on there with a little bit of eel and a little bit of garlic. So we'll see how they turn out. I'm trying to emulate a famous Japanese cookie that uses eel and garlic in it, known as a unagi pie. Which, this is unagi, which is barbecued eel, Japanese style, with mirin and soy sauce, salt, and sugar. We got our rice here that we're gonna add a little mirin to, a little rice vinegar. Treat our long grain rice like sushi rice. There's a little bit of soy in there already. That's what's giving us that little bit of color that's in there. No. So there's our rice vinegar. new bottle of Marin. It's not a county. Looks a little wet, but otherwise that's pretty good. Obviously not that hot yet. Let's turn that up a little bit. I'm going to put a lid back on this and let this hold until we're done with our cookies. Thank you for that follow, Pancracia. If I'm pronouncing that right, it's my guess. I think I need some more salt in that. I don't want to add a ton more soy. We've already got all the soy and stuff in. I'm going to set this off to the side. I'm going to chop up a little green onion. That was quick. Nice, Pancracia. I appreciate that. So there's our garnish for our dish. Sort of wish I had some fine chives for this. I actually have some chives, but I doubt they're usable anymore. Yeah, those aren't very usable anymore. It is right there at the top. Streamraiders.com. Streamraiders.com/T/ChefJT. You might have to search for me as a stream captain, but it should take you right to playing with us. I'm never going through that bottle of Mirin. Why do I keep calling it Mirin? I'm not even calling it Marin, which is the county south of me. I definitely want to eat something with that, though. Because the sweetness with that, it needs something to cut it. Some acid, some fat, something. See how our cookies are looking. About as to be expected. They're popping up into little cups. Yeah. Well, I started off by saying it's typically a wine that's, in general, when it comes to Asian cultures, they use a lot smaller glasses than we do. I mean, everything's bigger in the U.S., but I mean, as far as food, but when it comes to drink glass sizes, they do not like large glasses in Asia. Alistair, the cookies that I'm doing a imitation of unagi pie cookies, which are a Japanese eel and garlic cookie made with puff pastry, so tons of butter, little sugar on there. Should be interesting. But it's unagi night, so yeah, that was what I was rolling. We're puff pastry with the filled with a filling made from unagi, little flour and butter. So basically, puff pastry without the layers, with eel in it. Yeah, but that or, I mean, their beer glasses are, if you're looking in the side screen, they're like that big. They're tiny. Actually, do I have anything like that? One of these back here is like that. I got this many years ago. 2009. Homebrewers Festival. Southern California. Homebrewers Festival. Lake Casitas. But a small little, like, tasting glass. This is like your average beer glass in Asia. They'll have a giant beer next to it, but they're drinking out of this. Thank you for joining us, Pancracia. So our grill is heated back up. Our rice is just about ready. I'm waiting on these cookies, I think, to make sure that they cook enough. Where's this lager sidecar Wisconsin thing? I don't know that it's a Wisconsin thing. I don't know what you necessarily mean by a sidecar. I mean, sidecar to me just means it's a separate drink that is still paired together. Like, you're supposed to enjoy them together. I see a lot of places use it as sort of like a name for a shot you're supposed to pour into a drink when it gets to you, but I don't think that really fits. To me, a sidecar is like when I drink Fernet out at a bar, which is sort of like a, yeah, I've been drinking drink. It just explodes in your mouth. Fernet. And I'll get a shot of Fernet and a glass of ginger ale. And I'll sip on the Fernet. I'm unsure of the proper pronunciation. You take a little sip of that, and that's, if you're not familiar, it's really herby. It's got a ton of flavor packed into it. It's like along the lines of Jägermeister. But you take a sip of ginger ale after that, and that just explodes into so many different flavors. Opens it up so much. But we get bloodies with a sidecar. Okay. Well, yeah, that's sort of what I'm saying. You get a Bloody Mary along with a beer that goes with it, matches in with it. Hello there. Good to stay hydrated, especially when you're drinking. Those are smelling like I want to take them out, but they're not dark enough. Not dark enough. That makes sense. In that it's old. Okay. Eel is going on. Cookies are coming out. Time-wise, I'm going to take another check at them. They probably need another couple of minutes. Yeah, I still want to give those another minute. Actually, another 3 minutes. Again, I'm going to use the heat to pull the skin off of this. Because I don't like skin on my fish. Usually tastes horrible. On a rare occasion, you can get a great piece of fish skin, but rum I'd probably skip for a Bloody Mary. That's rum is getting into sweet territory. Gin, absolutely. I love gin. Tequila? Yeah, I could see tequila. I'm just not that huge of a tequila guy myself. I'm one of those people that tequila and I don't mix. Nice muffin. Ooh, that doesn't. I mean, that doesn't even sound like a good combo to begin with. I mean, the whole cherry, wheat, and tequila. Yeesh. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. I've been through a couple 21-year-old parties. Both working at bars and as a patron. One of the kids in my college class, I mean, there was a bar literally across the street from the Culinary Institute in New York. And he got arrested making it back to campus on foot. Thank you for that sub, Belizaire. Welcome in. Well, the bar's gone now, so at least there's that. I keep hearing about Nintendo pulling all sorts of Mario stuff. I think they're locking up stuff. I don't follow it that closely though, but okay. Let's pull these cookies. That's why I had the trivet here. There's our warmed up eel. Welcome in, Half Tommy. We are just about wrapping up here. We got our cookies that are cooling down here now. Just pulled them out of the oven. They are unagi pie cookies, or at least an imitation of unagi pie cookies, which are a cookie made with eel and garlic, and then I mixed in some flour and butter to sort of go in with the puff pastry cookie. And you can't really tell probably from that angle, but they are all puffed up. There's some 3D here. But we gotta let those sit a little bit longer between both the sugar and the butter there. So let's make our sushi plate, or sort of sushi plate. It's a problem with using my towels as a trivet. So I run out of towels. I'm in the middle of washing most of my towels right now. Plate's a little large for this dish. It's about what we want there. Yep, sweet and savory. For anyone new in tonight, I have weekly ingredient challenges, and every Wednesday I have an ingredient to use for both my dinner and dessert. So that's what we're doing tonight. People voted in Discord. If I can pull up Discord. For eel last week. And this week we started up a new vote with breadfruit versus chocolate-covered potato chips. Chocolate-covered potato chips is probably a rough one to be using savory style. Breadfruit, I just don't know what to do with in general. I might be able to do a jackfruit like barbecue with it, but beyond that, I don't have a lot of experience with it. I'm a little worried that I might not be able to get a hold of it in time for the stream. But this is our vote for next week if anyone wants to join in. If we have anyone joining in, I'll give you permissions to the rest of our lovely server here after the stream. So we got our sushi rice. Little black sesame. Little green onion. And if you noticed earlier, or if you were here earlier for when I did the omelet, this stuff to me was just like mild and buttery, beautiful. Thank you for the sub, Alistair. I hope you have a great evening if you're still there. Thank you for joining in. So we got the sun issues again tonight, but here's our eel on rice, on sushi rice. Give you a main view of that deliciousness. I do this so horribly. There we go. At risk of dropping the entire thing. Thank you, Tahiti lady. Let's give one of these a shot. Buttery, flaky, puff pastry filled. Honestly, not getting a ton of sweetness. Got a little bit of that seafoody, garlicky finish to it, but it's not enough that it's like I'm afraid to give this a shot. Bottle. Victory. Let's see what we won. Ooh, big wins. Big wins. Red Nut with the kills. 50 gold to 2 people. Little Waddles and Nith. Congrats. Ooh, goodies for me too. We're unfortunately going to have to leave this boss level for next time here. Working on finishing up our bowl of puff pastry cookies here. And turn off the oven while we're at it. I only lost 2 there. You didn't see that, it wasn't on camera. You didn't see that one either. Awesome. So let's see who we can give a raid to tonight. I'm happy with these. I think the cookies came out great. They're light, they're buttery, they're crisp. They don't have a huge savory taste to them, even though, I mean, I'm sure you guys saw me add the garlic powder and the eel to this. They don't change it up too much. It's mostly just light and buttery. Let's see here. Who can we give a raid to tonight? Thank you, Tahiti Lady, for joining us. Food and drink night. Let's give a raid to these lovely folks who have stopped by every once in a while. Let's hope they're not wrapping up like last night's stream. I apologize. Last night I sent you all off to someone who was just finishing up. So we're gonna go ahead and raid a date night. Lovely couple that streams regularly. I'm gonna go and enjoy this loveliness. I want to thank you all for joining me. We'll be back here on Friday with Chinese almond cookies, along with probably use up those other chicken thighs and legs in the fridge. Saturday we got pizza again. Sunday I'm gonna be doing fondue, cheese fondue. Next week, Friday, is going to be Eggs Benedict, and next week, Sunday, is going to be egg salad. So, thank you all for joining me. I hope you come back to see me again, and until then, have a great night.